A wardrobe in a suit. Chapter 24. At Scotland Yard, confusion reigned. None of the officers at the police headquarters had a clue what to do with this funny old man who had climbed into an airplane at the Imperial War Museum. However, the charge was a serious one: criminal damage. Because of the chaos at the museum earlier that day, 3 antique fighter planes were now in need of expensive repairs. So Granpas was taken down into the basement of Scotland Yard to an interrogation room. Jack begged the officers to allow him to come too. The boy explained that his grandfather's mind could get jumbled up, that the old man would need his help. He wondered what on earth was going to happen next to his grandfather. A trial? Prison? The boy knew Grandpa was in trouble. The question was how deep. The interrogation room was small and dark, and everything in it was grey. The walls, the table, the chairs, a bare light bulb hung down from the ceiling. There were no windows, just a small slit at the top of the door through which those outside could look in. He had been sitting there alone for a while when 4 eyes appeared at the viewing slit. Keys jangled and the huge metal door swung open. 2 plainclothes police detectives stood in the doorway. It was time for the interrogation to begin. One of the detectives was an unusually tall, broad man, a wardrobe in a suit. In contrast, his crime-fighting partner was stick-thin. From a distance you might have mistaken him for a snooker cue. Down in the depths of Scotland Yard, both men tried to come through the doorway of the interview room at the same time. Needless to say, they became wedged in their ill-fitting shiny grey suits, rubbing up against each other. "I am stuck," called out the big man, Detective Beef. "It's not my fault, Kimberly," said the thin man, Detective Bowen. "Don't call me Kimberly in front of the suspect," Beef whispered loudly. "But Kimberly! Beef! Kimberly's your name." "Stop saying it." "Sorry, Kimberly. I won't call you Kimberly ever again, Kimberly. That's a promise, Kimberly." "You keep saying it." It was obviously the bigger man hated having a girly name. No doubt he longed for something more butch, like Chad or Kurt or Brad or Rock or Zeus, or indeed Butch. Eventually Kimberly managed to force himself through the doorway, squashing his counterpart in the process. "You're hurting me," cried Bowen. "Sorry," said Beef. Jack had to suppress a giggle as the pair stumbled into the room. In all the rumpus they had left the door wide open, with the chain of keys still stuck in it. "Gestapo," hissed Grandpa to his grandson. "Let me handle them." The Gestapo were Hitler's feared secret police, a world away from these 2 clowns. But when Grandpa became convinced of something he would not let go, Jack kept quiet. Once the detectives had brushed themselves off and straightened their ties, this undynamic duo took the seats opposite Jack and his grandfather. There was an awkward silence for a long moment. Both detectives looked like they were waiting for the other to speak. "Aren't you going to say something?" whispered Beef, eventually out of the corner of his wide mouth. "I thought we agreed you were going to speak first," replied Bowen. "Oh yes, we did. Sorry." Then followed a pause. "But now I don't know what to say." "Excuse us a moment," apologised Bowen. The 2 detectives gave Jack and his grandfather embarrassed smiles before stepping away from the table once more. Jack was finding this hilarious, but didn't dare show it. While Grandpa's face was a picture of amusement. In the corner of the small grey room, the 2 detectives huddled together like rugby players discussing tactics. Bowen gave the orders to Beef. "Look, Kimberly, we've been through this before. We do the good cop, bad cop routine. It always breaks them in the end." "Yes, great." Beef thought for a moment. "Which one am I again?" "The good cop." Bowen was becoming quite agitated now. "But I want to be the bad cop," protested Beef. He was definitely the more childish of the 2. "I'm always the bad cop," said Bowen. "Not fair," wailed Beef, acting as if a bigger boy had stolen his ice cream. All right, conceded Bone. You can be the bad cop. Yes! Beef punched the air in triumph. But only for today. Jack was starting to feel impatient and called over from the table. Sorry, are you going to be long? No. We won't be a moment now, replied Bone before turning back to his crime-fighting partner. All right, I'll go first as a good cop. I'll say something nice, then as the bad cop you can say something nasty. Got it, replied Beef. With confident strides, the two detectives returned to their seats. The thin man spoke first. As you know, criminal damage is a serious charge. But you must remember that we are your friends. We are here to help you. We need some answers as to what you were up to with those old fighter planes. Yes, chipped in Beef. It would be so kind. Detective Bone groaned in despair. Chapter 25. Deeper Doo-Doo. Things were not going to plan in the interview room. Detective Bowen dragged Detective Beef back to the corner. You fool, you're meant to be the bad cop. You can't just say if you would be so kind. No, asked Beef innocently. No, you have to be menacing. Menacing? Yes! I'm not sure I can be menacing. It's hard to be menacing with a name like Kimberly. I don't think they know your name. You've said it 100 times, exclaimed Beef. Oh yes, sorry Kimberly, replied Bone. You just did it again. Apologies, Kimberly. And again. I promise it won't happen again, Kimberly. Please stop saying my name. Maybe it's best that I am the good cop after all. But you just said you wanted to be the bad cop. I know. Beef looked very sheepish, but I have decided I would like to swap, if you would be so kind. Bones hastily agreed. The interrogation was fast turning into a farce. All right, have it your way. You be the good cop, Kimberly, and I'll be the bad cop. Thank you, and remember, please don't call me Kimberly in front of the suspect. Sorry, did I call you Kimberly again? You did, declared Beef. Sorry, Kimberly, replied Bone. Jack couldn't help himself any longer, and a laugh leapt out of his mouth. What's so funny? Demanded Beef angrily. Nothing, Kimberly, snickered the boy. Kimberly looked as furious as someone called Kimberly could look. And now they know my name is Kimberly, and it's all your fault. Bone was not ready to accept all the blame. I think your mother and father are most at fault, really, naming you Kimberly Beef. In the first place, why on earth would they give you a girl's name? Kimberly is not a girl's name, Beef shouted. It's unisex. Other supposedly unisex names Mr. and Mrs. Beef could have called their bouncing baby boy include Alice, Carol, Darrell, Haley, Jordan, Lindsay, Marion, Meredith, Paris, Sandy, Stacey or Tracy. Oh yes, of course, it's a unisex name. You meet so many men called Kimberly, muttered the detective. Muttered Detective Bones before composing himself. Now look, we have an interrogation to do, remember? Yes, sorry. And remember, you are now the good cop, so try and be nice. Yes. I am the good cop. Good cop. Beef repeated it over and over again like a mantra, so he wouldn't forget. Let's do this, said Bone confidently. Is there time for a very quick pee? Asked Beef. No, I told you to go before we started. But I didn't need to go then. You just have to hold it in. How? Cross your legs or something. Whatever you do. Don't think of a trickling stream. Now all I can think about is a trickling stream. Detective Beef, you are making us both look highly unprofessional. Sorry. We are meant to be two of Scotland Yard's finest detectives. The finest? Then let's do it. Beef and Bone strode back over to the table with a renewed sense of purpose. Right, began Beef. Would you like to come over for dinner? Jack and his grandfather looked at each other in disbelief. "That's too nice, Kimberly," Bone shouted. "But you told me to be the good cop." "That doesn't mean you are nice. So nice that you invite them over to dinner." Beef thought for a moment. "Lunch? No. Coffee morning? No. Look, Kimberly, don't call me Kimberly. Kimberly, let me run this interrogation from now on. Okay." Beef descended into a humongous sulk. This sulk was so humongous that now the detective refused to speak, nor to even look anyone in the eye. Instead, he shrugged at everything. Bone returned his steely gaze to Grandpa and soldiered on alone. 3 priceless antique aircraft were badly damaged today. Would you care to explain yourself? "He didn't mean any harm," protested Jack. "It was just an accident, I promise." "You be very quiet, old man. What do you have to say for yourself?" demanded Bone. Jack's eyes darted to his grandfather. Was the old man about to say something that would drop himself even deeper in doo-doo?